Yo, something that I'm excited for that I believe everybody need to watch. This series will be great. If you like the series that they had on HBO about the Lakers, the Showtime series, which was fire, they canceled it because everybody started complaining. They are coming with a series that's gonna come out on FX, and FX do a great job. They got Shogun, they had Snowfall. Now they got this. It's a mini series called Clipped. I got an article here from Deadline. This is coming June 4th on Hulu. They giving us 2 episodes back to back on June 4th. And then they give us episode each week after, and it ends on July 2nd. So right before Independence Day, it's going to end, right? This will be fire. It's starring Laurence Fishburne, and he's playing Doc Rivers. So it's about the whole Sterling situation. It's like the official trailer for the docudrama Clip has hit with Laurence Fishburne, Jacki Weaver, Cleopatra Coleman, and Ed O'Neill delivering a behind-the-scenes dramatization of one of the NBA's most scandalous moments. This is a 6-part limited series debuting on June 4th on Hulu. So it's coming out on Hulu and FX. So if you see on TV, you got FX, but it'll be on Hulu too. And it's talking about how the NBA owner's racist remarks captured on tape, heard around the world. And of course, it led to him getting fired. And this was like a big thing, right? This was right when I think I was getting out of high school around that time, or I just got into the military. One of those. I was either in the military or I was just getting out of high school. It said famed coach Doc Rivers played by Laurence Fishburne, arrives as the coach in 2013. So I was in the military. With a promising roster of big personalities. You got to remember, this roster had like Chris Paul, cause he got robbed, right? They ain't want him getting no more rings because of the situation that happened off in Colorado. You know, he won more championships. People been really like, yo, this the greatest player ever, right? So they canceled the whole Chris Paul trade. He ends up with the Clippers. I remember when that trade happened too. I was ecstatic. Like, oh, Kobe got Chris Paul. They gonna win because Chris Paul just gonna take the pressure off of him. But Chris Paul ain't no closer. He a pick and roll guy. So that you do that most of the game, give it to Kobe at the end, close the game out. Yeah, man, this will be fire because think about what they did with the Lakers. That was fire. But people start complaining. Magic start complaining. Jenny Buss start complaining. And then they didn't even get deep into the whole thing with him, you know, catching the virus and stuff. They started with that and then they was going to work towards that. We didn't even get Isaiah Thomas and them going at it. So that would have been fire. We didn't really get to see Mike and Bird. We got to see Bird, but we didn't get to see Mike, right? And Mike and the Lakers meet in the finals and all of that would have been fire. So what they did was they said, okay, we know how people start complaining. Let's do a mini series. So we're going to capture everything we want to capture in one take. So you can't complain. We're going to put it out. Boom. That's going to be that. I would love to see more of these sports series shown. Like, think about all of the series they can do. Now, they can't do too much of it, right? Because people going to start complaining. But they could touch on the Kobe Colorado thing. That'd be fire. When they lost to the Pistons in championship because Kobe was going through his case and all of that. That'd be fire. Or they could do the 3-ring circus with Shaq and Kobe. With them get their first 3 rings. That'd be fire. You know, anything. The back-to-back with him and Paul. All of the Kobe's would be fire. The LeBron story. You know, it'd be fire if somebody else did it. LeBron would probably want to be involved, though. So they would have to always do limited series. The baseball story would be fire. The steroid era. Because I used to watch baseball, like, every day, dog. During the steroid era when I was younger, it was cold. I'm from St. Louis. You know I'm a Cardinals fan. Let's not get that twisted. But Mark McGwire used to knock him out the park. Sammy Sosa used to knock him out the park. You know, Sammy look crazy now, too. He got the... Sammy didn't went whiteface. But he used to knock him out the park. And then Barry Bonds came. Man, I remember It was a few athletes in my lifetime. Barry Bonds, Barry Sanders, but I was kind of young. But Barry Sanders was when I used to watch highlights. And I used to be like, man, this dude amazing. But actually watching the game, Barry Sanders, Randy Moss, or not Barry Sanders, Barry Bonds, Randy Moss, Kobe Bryant. It was a few athletes like that where I would be like, they gonna make this basket, and they make it. Or watch this, Randy about to go deep, and he go deep and catch it. It was like that with Barry Bonds. Barry used to knock him out the park, and I could call him like, man, Barry probably about to hit a home run. Like, and he would hit a home run. Barry was so cold, it could be a loaded bases, right? They would walk Barry. Like, I think that happened one time for real, where it was a loaded base. Think about it. It's a loaded base, and they rather give up one run than four. You ain't hitting no home run with no loaded base, dog. We gonna walk you with a loaded base. That's crazy. For people that watch baseball, they know, like, that's wild. That's nuts. That's insanity. But he was that good. That era was fire. They could do that. What else could they do? Put them down in the comments. Which league or which little mini series, or maybe they could get away with a 2-3 season series, right, without people complaining, that you want to see dealing with sports. Because that's something for the dudes, and I know females like it too, but really for the fellas, that's something we could watch. And whenever they do past stuff, it always be fire because they take all the current politics out of it. That's why it be good too. So they do the Showtime Lakers, it's fire because ain't the current, it ain't, it's based in the past. So they don't gotta uphold these current politics. Just like with Godfather of Harlem, that show, it's fire, it's in the past. Snowfall, fire, it's in the past. So the Shogun, fire, it's in the past. When they do the past stuff, it's always good because they don't gotta uphold this current woke goofiness that's going on that's causing a bunch of these companies to lose money. But what shows would you want to see? Like, what little series would you want to see? I talked about the steroid era in baseball, which would be fire. The Lakers, Kobe and Shaq winning 3 rings, or they could do a series where they start, my bad, with Kobe when he catch the case, lose in Detroit, and then they end the series where he beat Boston in 2010. That'd be fire. That'd be fire. Like, these is a bunch of ideas that come to my head just off of, just watching. With the Patriots way, would that be fire? I mean, it would, depending on how they show it with Deflategate and, him spying on people, and, that would be cool to see. What's some more interesting stories in sports? Tony Hawk. A Tony Hawk series would be fire. That'd be cold. Or it was a biker. The dude I used to love this bike. I think he passed away. I think his name was Dave Mirra or something. He might have had a game too. That's probably why I said Tony Hawk and Dave Mirra. But I used to love that X game stuff. Shaun White. It's a bunch of stories out there that'd be fire. The only problem is they can't have them too long because people start complaining. Oh, you didn't show me the right way and all of this, instead of, just making it entertaining. And, they capture stuff that really happened, but make it a little more entertaining. People start complaining, which I get a little bit, but come on, dog. It's TV. Let it be TV. But y'all put in the comments what y'all think will be fire. And make sure you check this out. Clipped June 4th. This coming out on Hulu, FX. This gonna be fire. I'm gonna be reviewing these too, so make sure you come back. If this your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Check out the other content. Click that like button. Y'all be easy. Be safe.